Met, Mut, Kunsu, Newt, Hadit, Rahar Kiwit, Tiamat, Inanna, Ishtar, Aphrodite, Astarte, Kali, Kalima, Shiva, Rudra, Krishna, Radha, Balarama, Rama, Virtra, Danai, 10 Mahabodhivas, Sri Lakshmi, Tara, Cam, Sam, Samson, Delilah, Layla, Lilith, Lilitu, Lilu, Echidna, Jason, Perseus, Medea, Apollo, hold on, let's see, Nemean Lion, let's see, Raziel, Samaza, Azazel, Cthulhu, Shemnigara, Hastar, Yosathos, Nearly Hotep, Great Old Ones, Deep Ones, Dagon, Dogon, Naama, Neama, Ba, Na, Ka, Ugaru, Digitarius stages, Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Calipoth, the Asuras, the Titans, the Nephers, the Netters, the Chapter Chiefs, let's see, Tahuti, Anubis, Anunnaki, Cerberus, Caribus, Typhon, Leviathan, Apit, Apep, Tyert, Gaia, Eros, Dionysus, Prometheus, Okeanos, Tartarus, Eros, I guess that's cool for right now. All right. The movie Akasha, the movie Queen of the Dam, is coming out Friday on the 22nd. Now, Aaliyah was killed as a sacrifice at 22, age 22. And the movie is coming out on February 22nd. That's 2002, the second month, and 22. It's all a lineup. That's a ritual, you see. Now, Akasha, because this is the first time that the white people are going to admit that the Egyptians were black. You know, they never seem to can do that, even in 2 mummy movies. And even in the Stargate and all, the Egyptians or the Canaanites are still in black. And you know, they always have this little shit here. This must was a ritual, because even in Cleopatra and even in the mummy movies, that when they show black people in the doggone 2 Mummy and Mummy Returns, they were always slaves. You know, they're always holding something. Right. Even in damn Cleopatra. Now, but it's key to see the Mummy Returns for one reason. When you see 1,000 or millions of Anubis warriors, that's very important, because these entities that came through this particular so-called black hole, or this other dimension, or this black hole, this universe B, somewhat resembles those thousands of Anubis spirits or Anpu spirits that you saw in the Mummy Returns. And those particular Anpu spirits will return, but they're going to return in the sexual sections of your bodies. So whenever you get mass horny, very soon they're going to take over this earth, but you're going out the same way you came in. You know, mass big orgiastic fuck fest. So get ready. This is what the church been trying to hold down. This is what they created Ebola, AIDS, and all that other shit for. Like I said yesterday, the church sanctions all wars. You ain't never seen no major church say, we going against war in this country. But sex, that's another story. And that's why they got T.D. Jakes and them people talking about women art thou loose. You see what I'm saying? Woman art thou loose. And that's Bishop Eddie Long and all these other fools. And that is because the problem here is not white woman, because she does not produce the Ojas, the Kalis, the Shaktis, the Gunners, the Tamas, the Russels, and these vaginal lunar fluids called collars. Only one does that is the black woman. So therefore, they got to make you feel bad whenever you give up some damn booty. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you give up some doggone booty. You see. So Miss Ann, or Rebecca from Donnybrook Farm, that's why they're pairing her up with the black man, because she does not admit the Gunners, the Tammers, the Russells, the Ogers, the Shopkins, and the Collars, which is all called collars, which is these lunar fluids in the black female. And Beaver Cleaver, the white boy, don't produce the astral body around the penis that can bring these particular fluids out. And he doesn't have the dance of Shiva. When you see Shiva dancing, it's not a dance like this. The dancing of Shiva, that's just the mythological one. The dancing of Shiva is down here when that brother get the dance going on. You know, when he really get in there and get the hump in his back. You know, when you really rolling and shit with this thing here. You know. The dance of Shiva, the white boy don't make those rhythms. So even white girls now, one of the brothers said, well, what you like about the black man? She said, there are some rhythms that the white boy don't make. And we talked about that, how they can practice all day long. But when we dance, even when we dance, there's moves in between the moves that they can't make. So they can practice all day long to get and become good at it, but there's moves in between the moves. You ever saw Solid Gold? They had a white dancer, and they had that woman who was married to one of the Temptations. And she was like the head dancer. And the mother, they'd have the moves all down, but she'd be doing about 4 or 5 things between 2 moves. And that's the difference between this thing. They don't have that rhythm, what they call metronomics, which is the vibration of the universe. You see, they don't have that. And plus, they don't produce the astral body. So the lingam they're talking about is the black man has something to do with alchemy and the melanin. They don't produce the astral body. That's why today, although we got a mass amounts of brothers that gone to the other side, and even though in this day and age, we do have sisters that go with the white boys, but on the whole, on a whole, when you talk about the amount of brothers going to the side, that's why the black woman still prefers, she still prefers the black man, if she can find one. You see what I'm saying? She still confers, you know, and she can find one. And, well, like I said, well, but anyway, getting back to this particular part, they killed Aaliyah, and they made this movie, but they had to sacrifice her to make the potency of the movie. And I don't know if it was, I know the Illuminati or whatever might be doing it, but then again, I don't know if they know what they're doing, because the energy of whenever you kill some particular body, you make that particular person immortal. And the energy behind that movie, it puts it on another level. It's just like right now, any person that dies, if you play their music, the music is much more stronger than the one that's living. So like people say, I play Bob Marley and I literally hear his spirit comes. Jimi Hendrix spirits come. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, Ella Fitzgerald could break damn glass when she was living, but if you ever get some Ella Fitzgeralds now, it's a whole nother energy. We was listening to some Ella Fitzgeralds, and the whole house just was like just stopped, and you was just listening because the whole presence. You see what I'm saying? So when you play dead people music, it's dead black people music is much more powerful. So they killed this particular sister, but number one, they still, for the first time, are going to admit that the Egyptians were black, because the story goes in and you can get it, Anne Rice's Vampire Companion. So you don't have to go through all the books. So you don't have to go through all the books. Get Anne Rice Vampire Companion. You can get it either at Barnes and Nobles, Borders, and several places might sell the Anne Rice Vampire Companion. But in here, Acacia is an ancient Egyptian queen. And even in the movie Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy said that he came from Kemet. And he was looking for Angela Bassett because she was the one that he needed to link up with. But she was a dead nigga on the police force and all this kind of thing here, and couldn't get immortal in the juice and all that kind of stuff here, you see. But anyway, so now, some people say, man, this nigga's up here talking about some fake stuff or whatever. Anyway, in so many words, the motifs that come for the whole Dracula thing, and even Bram Stoker, who wrote the first, the Dracula one, that's just the model. They always had the vampire throughout history, but the Dracula one that is the model that most of your vampire movies are based off of. He even said, I got this in a dream. You see, but in ancient mythology, Dracula is Osiris, because especially in the Dionysus mythology, the Dionysus almost parallels close to Dracula. But in the vampire, in the Anne Rice's Vampire Encyclopedia, Vampire Companion, she even parallels her whole vampire myth, and she shows the parallel between Jesus, which is the watered-down version, Osiris, and also Dionysus. You see, so it is the Dionysian figure, which is the Dracula figure, So Akasha would be a form of Isis or whatever I said. So Akasha comes from Africa. Okay. And an ancient Egyptian queen who became the first vampire. She is part of a vampire couple known in legend, and those who must be kept. Her name is inspired by Anne Rice's scene, and she got the name from a book called Lost Cities of Africa. She got the name Akasha. Now the word Akasha is the Sanskrit word which means blackness, black substance. In so many words, the word Akasha just means a melanin. If you break it down out of the human substance. Akasha, you get the word Akashic records, you get the word Akasha spirit, but it means melanin, because it means the black substance, is the Sanskrit word of Akasha. But it comes from a book, Lost Cities of Africa. Becoming a queen upon her marriage, she was immortal. Akasha, with her husband, King Enkiel. So that whole Enkiel or Enlil comes from the whole Mesopotamian mythology. And Enkiel turned her people from cannibalism and encouraged them to start eating grain. Well, the whole cannibalism thing, that's just the white person figment of imagination. But that whole thing of Isis or Aset in the mythology bringing wheat and grain to civilization. In so many words, the black woman is the one who put the ecological system together. The whole ecological system together. And as far as everything that we have on the natural aspect of nature. I want to get to the particular part. In all things, Akasha disregards the belief of others and demons, and I'm going to get right to the particular point here. This is just giving a little thing on her, but I think it's on the next page. And I'll just go ahead and, because it's on the next page or whatever. But in so many words, basically, Akasha ends up being bitten by an entity called Amel. And Amel, which is melanin, thus he becomes the first vampire. Now let's break this down on the vampire mythology and also melanin. If you take it to a substance, then Dracula, the vampire stuff, is what melanin is anyway. It's almost identical. But she's bitten by a god called Amel. So now this stuff is real stuff they're dealing with, because in a book called Sumerian Mythology, I found Amel in a book called Sumerian Mythology. You see what I'm saying? That god Amel, and that god Amel is supposed to be the evil one. But remember now, when they talk about evil and when they talk about dark side, remember now, in Rome, and starting with the Hebrews, this trend started where they started outlawing all inner mysteries of alchemy and rising to a higher level. They outlawed those mysteries, and all those particular things became relegated as evil in Rome, and even starting with Hebrew, some aspects of the Hebrew priesthood, they wanted to keep the greater secrets to themselves. But even in the Bible, Isaiah 45, I will give you the treasures of darkness. in so many words. So whenever you hear the word sorcery, especially in Ezekiel, whenever you hear the word sorcery in the Bible, what is sorcery? Sorcery is the ancient arcane art of alchemy, which is the highest art in ancient Kemet, and you get chemistry and everything else comes from alchemy. So whenever you hear the word sorcery in the Bible, and you thinking it's evil, that's alchemy, which is the study of melanin. So this whole campaign of what is called evil was to outlaw the mysteries of melanin, point blank, because Satan is melanin. You get the god Tahuti, which is Tahuti is the god over alchemy. Over alchemy. Tahuti is the Greek god Hermes. And Hermes in the Greek mythology is also associated with Hades. That's Satan. So Hermes, Hades, well, Satan, Hades, Hermes, Tahuti, alchemy, melanin. That's what this shit is about. And so the mysteries of melanin is outlawed and becomes satanic. So when you hear the word Satan, soot on, soot, which means black substance, on, which is Anubis, the dog, soot on, shaitan, Satan, it just means melanin. These are formulas and has nothing to do with some evil. Even the word Eve, Eve, El. You get the word El, you get the word Al, you get the word Elohim. It means mother and son. Evil, you get the word Eve, which you know is mother. Then you get the word El, or Al, Elohim, all of that. Al is S-O-N, S-U-N. You see what I'm saying? Elohim, the sons and the daughters. But Evil, this means mother and son. Well, what is the mother and son? The mother and the son is Typhon, the great mother, and her son Soot. Her son Soot, or Leviathan and Behemot, or Echidna and the Sphinxes. In so many mythologies, they talk about there's a mother and a son. There's a mother and a son. You know, that's the one that was overthrown, the mother and the son. So the Messiah, the Messianic Messiah, that is a masculine Messiah, is the son of the mother. The son of the father is some fake shit. You see, the son of the mother. Even Mary, Joseph is non-existence in the particular aspect, but that would also be a form of Osiris or whatever, in these particular mythologies. But why the hell you think the damn Catholic Church put more emphasis on Mary than they even do God? Mary, mother of God. Because that's our set, Isis. Get the book, the Cult of the Black Virgin. And I mean, this is old news for you people that's been in this shit for years. But the mother and the son. Now there is a dual aspect that the Messiah is a dual aspect, both male and female. Because you get the word Ha, Ma, Ku. Heru, Mayat, and Ku means pyramid conjoined. Horus Mayat, Ha, Ma, Ku. Harmachis, the Sphinx. And the Sphinx is both male and female, entity. You see what I'm saying? So Amel is this particular entity which bites Akasha, fuses itself into the blood system, and Akasha becomes the first vampire. Let's look up Amel. First of all, alchemy, which is all this stuff is talking about alchemy. Number one, alchemy, in so many words, is the study of melanin. Alchemy, the devised in the Middle Ages, which is basically, she would put that and all, but we know the alchemy comes, when they say the Middle Ages, anytime you hear the word Middle Ages, what is that? What is the Middle Ages? The Moors. Anytime you hear the word Middle Ages or Dark Ages, the Moors. So alchemy process devised in the Middle Ages because the Europeans get the concept of alchemy from the Moors. The Moors takes the concept of alchemy from where? Kemet. You see, everything is alchemy. The brother was up there said he knows about ancient Egypt. I'm like, wait a minute. There's only one raw law. The motherfuckers talking about ancient Egypt. They don't know about alchemy. You don't know shit about Kemet. Because all them gods and goddesses are inside of you. The alchemical body. So any motherfucker talking about that, I know ancient Egypt and don't know about alchemy. There's only one goddamn art form in Kemet, the royal art, alchemy. Everything is based on alchemy, and alchemy is the study of Alchem, Al, which means God, and Kim, which means black. The black god, God of the perfect black, Osiris, which is fucking melanin. You see, which is melanin. So alchemy is the highest art form. In alchemy, you get the Hermetic system, or the system of Tahuti. Music comes out of alchemy. It is melanin put to scale, called muses. You see, most of your food, the spices and all that type of stuff, where you get cooking is alchemical. You see what I'm saying? But there's also the alchemical components of the sex. Sexual alchemy, which we'll be also talking about also again, Sexual Alchemy by Donald Tyson, which is dealing with them goddamn spirits that's going to start fucking y'all asses in about a couple of days. Get ready. So all the thing I'm doing is to see motherfuckers be like, that nigga up there crazy. But when homeboy and homegirl come and start knocking boots on your ass, don't be scared. Just sit back and enjoy the shit. It ain't got nothing to do with your husband, because he going to be over there, because going to be a motherfucker on him, screwing him. Because this is between you and your own universe. First of all, there's no such thing as marriage in the aspect of, you don't belong to your damn, that's some white man shit. And some fucking Catholic shit for control. You are an entity in your own universe. So when the motherfucker come up in your bed and start screwing you, the brother don't get mad. Because the motherfucker gonna be come visiting your ass. Alright? Now don't get ignorant when your sister start getting knocked up the right way. And you sisters don't get ignorant when the brother start getting his shit on. Because they coming. This is the greatest secret known to man. We'll go back into this thing again. It's those 1 million Anubis entities that you see in the movie. But they're not coming as some physical thing. They're coming through the gateways of sex. So y'all get serviced when the shit come down. Because it's going to come anyway. I'm just giving you fair warning because it's going to come anyway. It ain't got nothing to do. It's got something to do with your soul. And it's going to be your soul fucking these entities. And you don't exist. So there's going to be a great copulation. But it's going to be in the other realm, but it's going to be inside of you. So whether you like this shit or not, that's what's going to happen. But alchemy is the basis and the arcane secret of the mystery system, the study of melanin. So alchemy, derived in the Middle Ages, well, for white people, given to them by the Moors, producing a philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone is melanin, but it is also the pineal gland. The philosopher's stone, which could turn base metal into gold and prolong in life. Alchemy symbolizes illumination, salvation, putrefaction, and immortality. So this is putrefaction. This is when something putrefies, it ferments. So this is alchemy. So don't stay away from the juice. Being good, pious motherfuckers, get down with the shit. Because we ain't talking religion. Religion don't do nothing for you. You the most religion. Good things happen to bad people all the time. And bad things happen to good people all the time. Moralism has nothing to do with spirituality. If this is an illusion and it doesn't exist, what the fuck does anybody give a damn about your behavior? That's what the white man knows. That's why the white man does what the fuck he gonna do. And you the stupid motherfucker. That ain't right. You just don't know the laws of the universe. The laws of the universe is survival of the fittest. You don't think so? Look at goddamn nature. Oh, I'm one with nature. Oh, I'm a black person, I'm one with nature. You ever seen the animal kingdom? The bigger bug bites off the head of the smaller bug. You ever see the lions and shit? Motherfuckers just be eating all kind of shit. I be feeling sorry for the damn, here go a motherfucking doggone antelope or whatever with a damn lion damn paw in the side of his gut. You see, oh, I'm one with fucking nature. Well, goddamn, you one with goddamn nature. Nature is survival of the fittest. Natural selection. I'm one with nature. Well, goddamn it, wait till that goddamn hurricane come. Talk that dumb shit, and you can be the Miss Grandmama sitting on the porch with your Bible. That hurricane will split your ass in two. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no fucking moralism. Nothing to do with moralism. If you say, I'm just one with nature. You know, we got this Afrocentric bullshit. Is a bunch of nothing but some goddamn, the Afrocentric shit wasn't nothing but some redone Christianity. That's why when I started talking about the sex stuff, motherfuckers lost their mind. All the so-called Hemmitt and all the Hemmitt and the brothers and all that old bullshit. We see how far that wasn't nothing. We took the same model of Christianity and righteousness and piety and just put an Egyptian on that shit. And the sacred, divine, blessed, and all that old bullshit these niggas talking about. That's what the white man knows. These motherfuckers ain't got the shit yet. Down here, this is hell. Right. And whoever rules is the motherfucker figure out reality is what you can get away with. One man's God is another man's devil. And that's what this shit is about. So, get your freak on. That's what this Elliot was telling your ass. You up and be all nice and divine. Your mind is telling you, I want to get my freak on. And society is telling you, oh, no, you can't do that. You know, that's what black people say when white motherfuckers go kill somebody up and go come in there and go in your community, drop some chemtrails and kill up black people. They can't do that. You ever hear niggas say that shit? You know what I'm saying? They come up in there and arrest your child, stick a pole up his ass in the damn jail. They can't do that. Are you a fucking fool? Because we taking our mind and thinking our mind is the same as the fucking white people mind. You know what I'm saying? They do what the fuck they want to do. And that's the way the shit go down here. You just didn't know. First, motherfucker, when you slow, you blow. You snooze, you lose. That's how this shit go down here. About reality is what you can get away with. That's why any law I can break, I'll break that shit. I will break that shit. I do stuff like that just for the hell of it. You know, for the hell of it. You know, I will break that doggone law. Because it ain't about moralism. So, the Magus was an alchemist, or Magna. See, she's taking different things. It's called the Magus in the occult realm. She puts it as analyzed as Magnus. Was an alchemist who stole the immortal blood of a vampire. That's a god. You see, but in a larger sense, Anne Rice views all vampires as symbolic as alchemists who can transform blood into spiritual essence or spiritual eternal substance. What are they talking about when I'm all this shit here? Melanin. Melanin. Right? Amel, a spirit who fuses with Akasha to create the first vampire. Well, Amel is in the book Sumerian mythology. She even says in here she got the shit by studying in Sumerian mythology. It's in a book. And Amel, when you look at that mythology, it's talking about melanin. Guess what the other word melanin is? Drug. In Zoroastrianism, the word melanin means drug. That's why I tell you, the pharmaceutical is good. That's sorcery. That's alchemy. So the white boy, see what it is like I said yesterday, the white boy just saying only pharmaceuticals, no natural drugs, or no natural homeopathic or natural herbs. So that's because the doggone doctors are getting paid, and the whole thing is based on the pharmaceutical industry is ruling this fascism, oligarchy, evilarchy. But when they give you one thing and tell you the other one, but pharmaceutical comes from chemistry, and chemistry comes from alchemy, and chemistry is the science of ancient Kemet. So pharmaceutical is not necessarily bad. You see what I'm saying? It's just that when they tell you that you can't deal with the natural thing, because I'm telling you, that goddamn Oxycontin, that shit to be killing them little white kids, that's some good ass shit that you can get. They get at the cancer patients. If you hurting, you get some damn Oxycontin. Now that's some good shit. You know, that's some good shit. But that's just alchemy. See, we deal with these things, but we don't know the people that study nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the Afrocentric people, we got locked into studying history, but there's more to it than that. Like I said yesterday, that's what, oh, you know, that's a white man thing. Eating some pussy is a white man thing. And come to find out that shit is African. You see what I'm saying? That is African. You see. But like I said again, you know, but we don't study nothing. And I say how the white boy yesterday, how the white boy got it from the Kama Sutra and became a phenomenon in Britain after they colonized, got the Kama Sutra, started studying that. It's called Kunaling or Kunaling, and they started studying the Kama Sutra, and it became a phenomenon in Britain, and then the cousins over here got the phenomenon, and we said the white boys invented that shit. We just forgot it. You see what I'm saying? Until we caught on in the motherfucking 80s, or we caught on before, but wouldn't tell nobody in the damn 70s. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all should insist on it, at least, every now and then. You see? Because I know some brothers now, because you give it to a nigga now, he gonna do it better than the white boy. I know some brothers now say they done mastered the art of this shit. Master the art on it. You just gotta stay about 45 minutes on it. Amel, the spirit who fuses with Akasha to create the first vampire. Rice had read that Amel was an ancient Middle Eastern word for evil. There go that word again, evil. The ancient evil. The book Dean Koon's Phantoms, or the movie Dean Koon's Phantoms. The ancient evil is melanin. The ancient evil is melanin. Now what does it mean? It means the primordial substance that existed before creation. Dark matter. And that primordial substance that existed before creation was used to create humans. You see what I'm saying? To create humans. So the ancient evil has nothing to do with wicked. You see what I'm saying? But at this particular point, wicked might be good. Okay, so known to witches, Mercury and Maret, Amel appears to them several nights after the first communication from Egypt, warning them that they will need his power. He is jealous of their bodies and their ability to feel pleasure. And he brags that he can draw blood. So in so many words, to go on down to the particular part, Amel fuses and enters Akasha's body, seeking a place to fuse with her. And basically, in so many words, Akasha, these two witches put this curse on her, and she's infused with Amel, and therefore the whole vampire phenomenon becomes manifested. Now, what is the vampire, and what is this particular Dracula? Even in the white boys, they call melanin the Dracula particle. Now, the vampire comes out at night and drinks the blood. Melanin comes out at night and goes into the central nervous system, and it heals. Comes out at night, drinks the blood, and what happens? You become immortal. Your wounds heal up. You see? So we're talking about an alchemical mythology. Alchemical mythology. Melanin is black. Dracula wears black. The red is for the blood. Santa Claus wears the black and red. You see what I'm saying? It's the black and red. All this is mythology for melanin or alchemy. So even though Bram Stoker got most of his motifs, he got most of his stuff from a dream, he had to study for years, and he fused in a lot of the occult. He fused in a lot of stuff up from the occult in to make the complete story. And basically, he just made a... How does mythology come? Mythology comes in the beginning from the dream realm. That's what we're talking about again, the dream realm. You see. So in so many words, Akasha is this particular entity, which is the queen of the damned, which Aaliyah, you see, it's a sacrifice that goes on and stuff. So that's very key. That's very key. The blood of Christ, same thing. It's dealing with the whole vampire thing. So Anne Rice's vampire companion goes into all of this. Darkness. It's called a dark gift. When a person becomes a vampire, they call it the dark gift. Dark blood. The dark court. Dark blood is vampire blood. The infusion of Amel, the dark gift, becomes an immortal, transformed through vampire blood. This is all talking about melanin. That's why the movie Blade that came out. We talked about all this in the other movies, in the other stuff before. But look like I'm gonna have to out-talk the damn thing today. But that's cool. It's not like I can't do the shit. But anyway, all right. Let's go on. Couple other things. Okay, now I mentioned yesterday that this 9/11 thing was to renew an American spirit, not for white folks, but to get you into the bullshit. So in so many words, if they can get you into the patriotic thing to come together with them for America to be a better place and stuff, they can somehow ensure their future. This can't happen, but therefore, that's not going to stop the white boy from doing the shit. Get where I'm coming from? Okay, now, dealing with that, and I talked about that when they did this whole festival, that's what it was, and they blew up the building, and they did this whole festival, that was to create an American renewal of a spirit. And what they do is it's almost like a form of possession where they come and they're using you because you're the one that have the alchemical energy to forecast and to keep this bullshit going. Or so they think. But this is the science. So if they can get you to want America to and wave flags and sing songs. It's a ritual, but it is to renew a failing, sinking ship called America, which is the most evil, insidious empire ever to exist. Why? Because it can do... America is the most evil empire because it does, diabolical things under the guise of freedom. So they kill people, they control the entire planet, but America never does anything wrong. Well, somebody said, I said, why are you going in other people's country? And some old black nigga said, well, we go into other people's country because we're not a hostile nation. I said, I said, motherfucker, what goddamn planet you been living on for the last 500 years? When they march your ass in somebody's damn country and another motherfucker shoot your balls off, you think that ain't a hostile nation? Your balls saying some hostility going on. You see? But they got to get into the American spirit. I talked about that. It's on that the World Trade Center takes back there, the American spirit. Well, here's an internet piece that's dealing with the same thing. So whatever it is, the government is taking the occult-minded people, the people who know about the occult, the government is trying to get them into the bullshit. And this is what they say. Okay, this is what they say. Let me get this thing just right. Okay. The first aircraft that hit the World Trade Center at 8:45 September 11th. Now, some of this stuff is occult and metaphysically right, and to say the forecast on what they want. So the first aircraft that hit at 8:48 September the 11th, 2001, the moment was aligned with the rising of Mercury on the eastern horizon of the nadir of New York rested in the southern crown of Sagittarius. Wisdom has come, and with it the apocalypse and Armageddon. Well, they got most of that right, because that was a symbol, and that was the jumping off point to get this damn war started. So they said it had something to do with the Mercury and the southern crown of Sagittarius. And it said, and wisdom had come, and the knowledge of the apocalypse of Armageddon. This is the same crown of man identified with the pharaohs of Egypt and the first of the four horsemen of the apocalypse of St. John. So they got a lot of this stuff here metaphysically encoded. I said, okay, let me see where they're going with this. Make no mistake about it, the Holocaust in New York on September the 11th is similar. The similarity occurred December the 7th, 1941, because it did, because the one from what's that, Pearl Harbor was fake. We know that they faked that whole shit and had the emperor bomb the shit. Now we know that because now here it is. They looking for Saddam Hussein. What's the name? Bin Laden. They're looking for Bin Laden, and here it is. They want to kill Bin Laden. All right, but Bin Laden is in on it with them. That's all buddies for Bush and all that shit. All buddies. His father got a scholarship right there at Harvard to this day, and they ain't gonna never catch no damn Bin Laden. You see what I'm saying? Because Bin Laden is probably somewhere with his damn in the west wing of the goddamn White House chilling. See what I'm saying? Because that's Bush's all buddies. You see what I'm saying? Probably fucking one of them damn daughters of his. Bin Laden screwing them little daughters in college, or Bush daughters in college. Hey, it might be funny, but be ritualistic shit like that going down. You see, it might sound like a funny and all, but them little girls and shit might be in Bin Laden room and shit. Osama Mama. Now, but we know that Pearl Harbor was fake. We know that the Japanese bombed it. No. What happened now? They say they want to kill Osama bin Laden because he was behind the bombing of the World Trade Center, right? But what did bombing of Pearl Harbor? And what did they do when the shit was over and they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? They let the damn emperor go. Because that stuff was all hooked up. That was an occult jamboree festival of the whole World War II. To instate is a Jew as the real Jew, which he is not the real Hebrew, and to do all types of occult type of anything from cloning, anything from banking, from anything you want to name, eugenics. That whole world war was about that shit, staged by the United States, Germany, and the Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it, the European people. You see what I'm saying? So that whole thing was doggone fake. And the Pearl Harbor he's right when they say this same thing happened December the 7th, Pearl Harbor. On Pearl Harbor. Was that December when that happened? Yeah, okay. The people who did, now here come the bullshit now. People who did not cherish freedom have no idea that what America will fight for. Now, wait a minute. One thing about us is we should know that we ain't never lived in no fucking free country. See what I'm saying? Because freedom, number one, even if you even now, we don't even have to even go on. So we want to deal with this now because, see, we don't have to even go back to segregation or whatever type thing that black people been getting kicked in the ass. But basically, a country where if you don't have no money, they cut off your electricity, you ain't free. Freedom is based on, even if the black upward mobile, if you don't have no money, you're not free. And the reason why You're not free because you live in a capitalistic society. Your whole life is centered around chasing money to survive. That's not freedom. You see, that's not freedom. Get where I'm coming from? So a capitalistic society can never be a free society. You see what I'm saying? And your whole world, you think so? Go to fucking New York. They're high rent up that motherfucker. Go to D.C. Wherever you got high rent, it's much more hostile. People, you see what I'm saying? And that's what the rent done raised. And now you ain't got time to do nothing but worry about when your goddamn light's gonna get cut off. Or when somebody gonna kick you out of the door. You see what I'm saying? So this cherish the freedom thing. So this says, people who do not cherish freedom have no idea what America will fight for. Now here it is, they get ready to get you into the bullshit now. The event which brought down the Twin Towers and the Building 7 in New York World Trade Center will be a boon for freedom. Why? They will crystallize a resolve that has been lost since the Vietnam War. So they're saying that people don't love freedom, or people don't like freedom since the Vietnam War, because that's when motherfuckers were saying this war shit was bullshit. Remember? So they're saying if you're not about war, you're not about freedom. You see, American people love peace. You know goddamn well the government wrote this shit here. Now, one thing that David, you would never go to war. Even if the person is coming to kill you, you would never go to war, because to go to war means you are against peace. You see what I'm saying? And two countries that say they are for peace and fighting, they're not for peace. Otherwise, they wouldn't go to war. Now, say America loves peace. America's ass is in everybody's country on the globe. Look at this foolishness. But more than peace, they love freedom, and to act and do as they wish in harmony with their fellow humans. I want to know what planet these motherfuckers say this shit is coming from. They love freedom. Your whole existence is because some people didn't want you to have some shit that they got. And not only are they jealous of you to this day whenever you get something. You see what I'm saying? And the only reason why they say we are all in it together and we all one family now, because they own every damn thing. And you the motherfuckers paying the rent. See what I'm saying? So here it is foolishness. America love peace. But more than peace, they love freedom. And they wish to live in harmony with their fellow humans. But when the threat of the magnitude of Pearl Harbor and the World Trade Center occurs, they come together. You know what I'm saying? With compassion against the tyrants of the external world. You see what I'm saying? Like Alexander the Great, who was a doggone tyrant himself. The American sense of justice will take up the Greek banner of Hellenism and complete the destiny of democracy as the human race is born again in the next cosmic age. There you go. See, they want to take freedom thing, the illusion of freedom, and bring it to the next cosmic age. So this whole thing, they know that their ass is through. So they blow up the building, and they get motherfuckers with the we are the world shit, so that they think that that saved them. But it don't take no more than two people to know what time it is. And that's why this shit is about us. You see what I'm saying? Because if I get some power, them niggas is gone. And any nigga that stand with them, too. You see what I'm saying? Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to get that bullshit black preacher, who is the no good. The black preacher is the worst motherfucker human we got. The goddamn black preacher. Fuck him. And that's like Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, he's going to be the first motherfucker we're going to have to kill. Because they know the dog going to do some shit against us in the history of America. They go to that goddamn black church. We wouldn't even be counted in the census until the black preachers got together and with the churches counted up all the doggone black people in America. And you best believe, and make no bones of, if you go against that white man, that black preacher will go against you. Because he is the biggest government agent there is. Why would they raise him up? Don't you know that anything that is counter government or anything that is supposed to be better for you, the government would oppose it? You see what I'm saying? Anything that's got anything to do with illumination, that's why the church is fake. That's why one on every corner. If they knew that the damn Christianity worked for you, there'd be raids on the church every Sunday. The event is simply a precursor to the birth of cosmic awareness. So cosmic awareness is supposed to be this white man brand of freedom that has fucked over the original people on the earth. And freedom means to take the raw material of the black people and sell it back to the black people. Because the entire earth is ours, and the raw material, all raw material is coming from Africa. You see what I'm saying? It is the forecast by prophets around the globe for 5,000 years. So they want to take American freedom for the next 5,000 years, and in so many words, like I said, they're trying to save themselves by getting you to believe the dumb shit. You see. Now is the time for all good men and women to come together and aid the cosmos. See, they put the cosmos stuff up in there. But they keep talking about Alexander. Alexander was a fucking colonizer and an imperial thief. Alexander offered the sleeping world under the ancient Persians a tonic to awake the souls and the ideals of Olympus. By taking over ancient Hemmitt and burning down the damn libraries, these cities that accepted the banner rose with Alexander. Those that scoffed at the dream were taken into slavery. Well, goddamn, this is a contradiction. You go enslave a motherfucker, and that's supposed to be something. But then again, that's what America say. If you ain't with them, you finish. Now, ain't this some shit here? He's talking about some dream, and if you didn't go with the view of Alexander, you were taken into slavery. And this is supposed to be what they want for the next 500 years. Is a motherfucker who ain't down with the crackers and down with Bush going to slavery. You see? As their reward for their arrogance. Well, goddamn, who's more arrogant than the cracker? Alexander was murdered by his associates, and the whole world mourned the loss of the ideal of freedom for 23 centuries. Now the period of mourning is over, and justice will no longer be blindfolded, while liberty is restored as the fundamental pillar of heaven. So in so many words, they're talking about this democracy, this American dream, becoming the pillar for heaven to go into the whole the whole next 5,000 years. So in so many words, this is a grand ritual that went on. You see, and they want to get people into the bulls. You see, so this is some stuff that's, so this is on www.siloam.net, New York, WTC, Internet, HTML. So www.siloam.net, New York, WTC. This is the internet site. You see what I'm saying? And it's called Liberty Shines Her Light Against Smoke of Hell. So they don't want to go to hell, so they're taking and they got the Statue of Liberty as the particular matriarchal figure to shine the light against that. You see what I'm saying? Shine the light against that. Now, what we need to do so we can get this thing going the right way, please, when we go to the break, sign the mailing list. Sign the mailing list. That way people can contact you, and that way you can know when events is coming up. So when we go to when you go to the break, there's going to be a mailing list at the table, and we got food. You got the food, right? You got the food in the back. We got some sisters that went through the trouble of preparing the food. So patronize the actual the sisters that make the effort. That's spiritual, as well as get on the mailing list so we can have more of these events, because we plan on bringing just about anybody with a voice when they stop in town, when we get in contact with them, bring them through Atlanta. Because we said yesterday, more and more places are being shut down when it comes to conscious people gathering. Now, like I said, this is another thing they're doing. They did it on the last two conferences. They did it on the conference, and they did it the last time here. The conference, the gathering of the masters in 2000 and the Hemmitt Summit in 2001, they have some drunk and Latin. When we first opened up the first night here on December the 22nd, they'll have some old drunk white man. He'll come in there like he all drunk. And that's a fucking government agent and a spy and all that. Now, a drunk white man showed up at the meeting of the metaphysical masters in 2000. A drunk white man showed up at the Hemmitt Summit, and I had to put his ass out. And a drunk man showed up here the last time, a drunk white man. That's a government trick, and that's a spy. So first of all, a white man wouldn't dare walk up in here the right thing. They'd be like, who the fuck are you? So what it is, he stumbled in like he's drunk, and he don't know what the hell he's doing. And it done happened 3 fucking times. So, what's that? And a drunk white man showed up? Was he drunk?
He had a big afro wig on.
Was he drunk?
Yes, he smelled like liquid meat.
Yeah, that's what's happening. They'll come in, or either they'll come in like they don't know what time it is. That's the shit, and it's going on. And even in New York, when Dick Gregory was speaking for the 9/11 thing, a drunk white motherfucker shows up. That's the new thing that's going down. Huh? Yeah, it could be all kinds of things. You see what I'm saying? So that's very key on how this thing is. But the drunk man showed up here again the last lecture. You know, and most niggas will let him in. But I bounced one out at the Hemmitt Summit. You got to get the fuck on. You know. Like I said, your meetings now should not include the Caucasian. Now, 2 reasons. Number one, like Chancellor Williams say, they have meetings on you every day and you ain't invited. They've been meeting on you for 500 years and you ain't never been invited. Number 2, it's like the Nation of Islam, but Elijah Muhammad knew. They say when white people come on the premises, if a brother's up here saying shit against white people, the white people ain't got a problem with it because they know better. Black people start squirming. They get uncomfortable if a white man is in the audience and somebody's talking shit about crackers. We lock up. Oh, man. You know. You know. And it all, and every now and then it gets so bad to some brother or sister stand up and go, I want to apologize for black people. You know. So that's why you don't let white people in here, because black people feel uncomfortable when the crackers up in here and somebody's talking about the doggone enemy. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you don't let them up in here. That's why I don't allow them to come in my lectures. You see what I'm saying? So somebody say, you know, we want you to advertise at Sebanon and all them places. I say no, because I don't want the white people to look at this thing and go, oh, this is some hot shit, because they'll be the first to come with some something and be coming up here and all, and I got to turn their ass away. And then it'll be my fault, and I'll be in the wrong because I advertised for them to come. They say, well, this is false advertising. Why you advertising a white establishment if you don't want white folks to come? And it really ain't got nothing to do with white people. But it's got something to do with the way we behave when around white people. And damn it, like I said, even with black people, you invite 200 people, and goddamn 199 of them be agents. So the conscious niggas are suspect. Now, I know damn well we ain't going to have goddamn Miss Ann and Beaver Cleaver up in this shit. You see what I'm saying? You know? You know? And I'm telling you, I say, because I know some agents, and and some, I know some agents, been knowing some agents for years and all, and it was all cool with them. They come all the time till I asked one for some pussy one day, and then she must have caught on. You see, about 2 years ago, I said, okay, I'm going to ask her for some booty. Let's see what happened then. Then she said, damn, that nigga asked me for some booty and I ain't never seen her no more. That shakes up shit. You know what I'm saying? They can't go back to the agency and go, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? What should I do? This nigga asked me for some booty, so what should I do? When they go back to the agency. You see what I'm saying? So I said, damn, yeah. So how much time you got? 2 minutes? Okay, let's see a couple other things. We're going to deal with a couple other things here. Let's see here.